and welcome to another edition of Health Matters. Because your health matters, we are committed to bringing you quality programming under a variety of topics to bring you information, and that information becomes powerful only when you act on it. Hi everyone, I am Marie Sinatra from Sinatra Solutions, and I am the only host today of Health Matters. And I am so excited because today I'm going to bring you information about how to have fun, how to relax and enjoy yourself, and enjoy some of the amazing things that are going on around town. But before I get started, let's hear a word from a few of our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Joe DeMarco, founder and volunteer pilot for Wings Flights of Hope. At Wings, we know that health matters, and we are there to transport people when they need to travel for their medical care. We often see people that need to travel to other cities and get the best care that's available, and that's the purpose of Wings, is to never have transportation to ever stand in the way of someone receiving the best medical care available. Keep watching Health Matters and learn about all the things that are available to help people for a better life.
Electronic Merchant Systems is proud and honored to bring you such creative educational television as Your Health Matters. We believe in we educate and you decide.
Hi, I'm Michelle Giambardino from Face Fitness Skincare, a proud sponsor of Health Matters. We take pride in educating you on anti-aging solutions to help you obtain healthy, glowy skin. Continue to watch because your health matters.
I am so excited. I can't wait for you to meet our guest. You know, oftentimes I'm bringing you information about some of the latest trends of health, what's going on, some things that are very educational and informational. And today we're going to talk about how to just enjoy Western New York with one of the most premier, wonderful events that occurs every year. It's called Curtain Up. And next to me is the chairman, Jerry Burgin. Say it for me.
Burgin.
Burgin. Why do I always want to call you Burgin? I think I just want to make it more.
I only heard that when I'm being yelled at.
Oh, oh, that's why.
That's the difference.
It must be the Italian coming out in me. That's what it is. Well, Jerry, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited. You and I go way back. I know that you've been working with Shays for quite some time and with Curtain Up, but our affiliation even starts way before that. So far ago that we don't even remember.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm so excited and honored to have you on today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So tell me a little bit, or tell us a little bit about some of the organizations that you belong to, a little bit of your history.
Well, I have been a chef for most of my life. I operate the cafe inside the Birchfield Penny Art Center, which is a fun place to go and eat and see wonderful art. I am the chairman of Curtain Up. I'm active with the Theater District Association. I get involved in as much Shays as I possibly can. Shays for me is my outlet of healthy living. So I try to stay active in the Theater District. This is our 33rd annual Curtain Up. We have 17 theaters that are participating this year.
Wow.
It's an event that has a wonderful dinner on Shea Stage, and then most of the people go to theaters during the course of it, and then they come back down to Main Street, and they have a spectacular free street party with lots of bands and foods and the most beautifully decorated street this year you're ever going to see.
Well, I have to say that I know that you've done Curtain Up in the past. You did it for quite a few years in the past. Took a little break and you're back, and I am so glad because when you throw an event, it is amazing. Even the few times that I've been invited to your home and have the opportunity to taste your wonderful food and be in the company of you and your partner and just all the amazing things that you do. It's very, very exciting.
I do like to throw a party.
I know you do. And we definitely won't tape live at any of those parties.
No, no.
No.
What happens at my house stays at my house.
Like Las Vegas, right? I can attest to that one.
Yep.
And before I dive right into Curtain Up too, let me say that I was so thrilled when you opened the restaurant at the Birchfield Penny Museum. You know, I love going there, and it's always free to the community. What is it, the second Friday? We're giving them a little plug.
Yeah, that M&T sponsors the second Friday.
Yeah.
And sometimes it coincides with art openings.
Yes.
Other times it's just once a month. They have live music. They have libation.
Yes.
They have beautiful food, and that's done by Oliver's. And I have the cafe down below, and the whole building is just alive with so much entertainment.
It's
Yeah.
rocking. I look forward. I used to look forward to going just to see the art, and I also enjoy First Fridays in the community too, going around to all the art galleries. But when you opened up the restaurant at the Birchfield, I got real excited because then I know I get to see you for sure at least
Well,
once
I
a
was
month.
nervous at first because the dining public is a little different in a gallery. I mean, everybody eats little
Oh,
little
really?
portions, salads, half this, half that.
Really?
And you know, in my experience in the places that I've worked, everything's a large portion. You know, I spent a long time working for Samuels and Russ Salvatore.
That's right.
So there's a big element in those institutions. So I've had to learn to scale back a little.
And I know you do some special things on Thursdays. I'm going to be
Yeah, we
popping
do- we
down
do
and
dinners
come
now.
visit you. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So let's talk about Curtain Up too, because a lot of people may not realize it. You know, we have a variety of viewers, so let's educating them too on Curtain Up, because yes, it is the opening of the theater district. It's so exciting because summer's kind of coming to an end, but yet we know we're going to have lots of fun with the whole theater time now, and people can come down afterwards, as you said. Well, you tell us, break it all apart. Let's talk about one part at a time.
The event is going to start with a black tie dinner on Shea Stage. The stage, as well as the street, is all going to be themed around the Great Gatsby. Tony Conti and Mr. and Mrs. Gasick and Bill McGavin are going to bring their old cars down on the street, which will be parked. The street will have columns of fresh flowers that are 10 feet high. I'm personally going to put on all the lighting and all the trees.
Wow.
We have phenomenal bands. We actually
Okay,
have...
wait a minute. Let's talk. Let's go slower. So the cars, those are the from the 40s, the eras
For the 30s and 40s.
30s and 40s. That is going to be phenomenal. People who just love to see cars, because you don't have to be part of the black tie event.
Correct.
It's wonderful to do that. I know because I've been involved with that quite a few years, and I'm excited that I'll be there this year for sure. And but they can come down before and after.
Correct.
And see, and before the cars and all the lighting and the decorations. So go ahead.
I think what's exciting about this year is now reintroducing traffic to Main Street. Main Street is like inches from being done. They've just finished pavement. I mean, there's some electrical things that they need to work on. So it's going to take you back to that era when the theater district was very alive and Shays was just built and all the old cars and traffic, and it's gone away, and now the traffic is back. So in the course of fitting that image to the Great Gatsby, we thought it would be a nice addition to add the Militello family as our honorary chairs. Mike, B, and Bobby Militello, who have survived all of the construction and all of the traffic. And B has been operating the Bijou with her brothers forever. So I think the theater district is now really going to come to life with all of the new construction and the lighting and just a new, there's so much going on in this city right now. Everywhere you look, there's a building, a hole, and another building.
Isn't
So
it
I
amazing?
mean, it's just like somebody has just cracked the shell on Buffalo and it's just spewing out. And you know, for a long time, I was a naysayer that Buffalo wasn't going to go anywhere. But you'd have
because
to, you
it
would
took
literally
us
not
so
be able to
long.
see,
Yep.
to not see the construction on every corner. I went by Chippewa and Delaware, and that whole building's up.
I know.
It was just a hole in the ground a couple of months ago.
know, isn't it?
So you know, there's so much going on, and now,
Thank God.
and now
That's so exciting.
with all of that going on, and our big economic factor downtown is sports and theater.
Yes.
You want to go to a nice show, you want to live a healthy lifestyle, You go out to a lovely dinner, you go to the theater.
Yes.
I mean, there's such wonderful theaters all over Western New York. And it's not
Yes.
just the theater district.
That's right.
But the theaters go through so much effort and so much time.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not a talented person in terms of performer.
Right.
But you know, the amount of rehearsals that they go through and the music instruction and the sets and stuff, you know, Buffalo should be proud at the variety of theaters that they really do have.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. And it is so true. And the theater district is really all of Buffalo. You've got them on side streets and on Elmwood and everywhere besides Main Street. And you don't have to, much as we love Shays, because, you know, I was on the, what's that committee called?
Spotlight
Committee. I was on the Spotlight Committee for like 10 years, and I almost forgot the name of it. We won't talk about that, memory. But for 10 years doing that, but I've also volunteered, and that's what I want to tell people too. When you're writing into me and you're calling me about being bored or not feeling well, what do I always talk about is get out of yourself, do something good for someone else. And let me tell you, you can usher at these events, and then you don't have to pay for a ticket if finances are challenging for you. You can usher, you could sell the candy, you could sell the water, you
But
could
you
sell
know,
the
even
champagne.
after that, it's fun if you're going to volunteer in a theater to see how they operate.
Yeah.
I mean, there is so much going on, and everything at one point is loud and fun, and then it's quiet. The lights go on, the set starts, and there's such well-oiled machines, and unless you get in, you just
don't
take
have a
it for
clue.
granted. You think
Yeah.
a curtain goes up, a stage comes. You give very little knowledge or credit or what I'm trying to think of a word here, but you don't really
Awareness
understand
to
what
what's
goes
going on.
Yeah, you don't know
Yes.
what's going behind
Yeah.
when they're loading in, you know, 20 trailers for Lion King, or they're building sets at the Alleyway. The Irish Classical's got stuff going on the Cavanogie. I mean, there's so much going on, and ushering and being a volunteer in a theater is just a great experience to
really
meet the
is.
cast.
It really
you know,
is.
learn how something else operates. And you know, if you're home bored, you go to dinner early in one of the great restaurants in the theater district. You go
Yep.
and volunteer. And then you go out with everybody from the theater and do it all over again later at night. So, I mean, it becomes a nice, long day of fun.
And let's talk a little bit about the renovations in Shays. Talk about Buffalo on the move. Shays is just magnificent.
Yeah, they're just taking down the scaffolding now. They have just finished the restoration of the ceiling. And the whole auditorium of Shays and the loge and up were all scaffolding, and they've just redone cleaning and painting, doing the whole ceiling, and Doris Collins heads up that. And it's just, the theater's beautiful, and Curtain Up, the dinner on stage, will be the first event that they have after this has happened.
Wow.
So it's
In
going
the
to be
great-
breathtaking to see.
Yes, and the Great Gatsby era, which is the same era when Shays first came into
Yep.
existence. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, Shays started way back in the 30s, and like I said, the old cars, and there's wonderful old scenes where you could see the old cars and the big Shays marquee like they had redone.
Oh, my
You know, so
goodness.
I'm trying to do whatever it is I can to recapture that with decorating the street. The stage is going to Blooms on Main Street, Orlando. He has a beautiful floral shop there, and he does events and stuff. And he's going to recreate the stage of the big banquets that the Great Gatsby had.
Wow.
So the stage is going to be done with these huge gold things going across the back that's attached to the pipe and drape to cover up, you know, the walls in the back. We're going to make the gold doors that you walk through when you come up onto the stage for the dinner. You'll be able to walk through that, and then the table arrangements are probably 4 feet off the table, and there's chandeliers that are going to come down. So, and then fresh flowers in that and all around the tables. And Frontier Catering's doing a wonderful menu where we're actually going to, you know, not too many banquets do this. So we're going to do a baked potatoes with all of the accompaniments and champagne glasses going around the table. So I think it'll be, you know, get all the intermingling and
Something-
everybody
yes.
chatting. And, you know, it's all going to be delicious, healthy food, as filet mignon and chicken can be. So I think it's going to be
That's
a
good
very,
food.
very fun night. And then, you know, after everybody finishes the dinner, then they all go to their theaters. And then after the performances, they all come back down to Main Street, and the theater district then comes alive. We will have fireworks. We're going to have wonderful bands. We're going to have the 12/8 Path Band. Patty Parks is
my
coming.
goodness,
Latin Jazz
my
Project will be
goodness.
playing in Shea, so all the Latin dancers can go on the dance floor and play. There'll be bars open. I'm going to say this wrong, and please forgive me. Alhambra, they're a Jewish band. They're phenomenal.
Wow.
They're going to be playing, and geez, I'm
Is
forgetting
this
what-
all happening all at the same time?
Yeah,
all these bands?
they're going to be
Because
separated, so they're not all in one group playing
But
on
you
each
just
other.
mentioned all my favorite bands. It's amazing. So 12/8 Path, are they going to be walking down?
Yeah.
That's a marching band, if you didn't know. And when I say marching band, forget about everything that you're already thinking about, because if you haven't heard them, it's not what you're thinking. They are so much
There's
fun.
one more band, but it'll come to me as we
Yes, it
talk on.
will.
And then we have 2 food trucks, because we also have 2 restaurants that are in the theater district, so I don't want to bring too much down
Yes.
there. And Whole Hog, and then Betty Krotsky's Polish catering truck. And then, you have a few other little food venues and stuff. And then what I'm going to add to it this year is artists, local artists that have artisans like we do at the Birchfield, and most of them are from the Birchfield, where they'll be coming down and being located throughout the street, where they can show their paintings or their jewelry or whatever it is they make.
Great idea.
I think that element keeps the older people down who aren't into all the bands, the fun, the drinking, the fun and frolic type things. So I mean, it keeps everybody moving, and keeps all that
Smart.
stuff. Yeah.
Smart. That's very smart. Yeah, because I haven't seen that in past years, so that'll be really nice.
No, we did it.
And
We
that-
did it in 2010.
Okay.
And it was such a highly attended street party.
Wow.
But this year, now what we're going to add is now we're going to have a 40-foot runway show, and Greg Hollick is actually producing this show, and it will have actors and actresses singing and in period costume to The Great Gatsby. And then the other show at 12:30 will be Head in the 12th, and Tom Barone from the 12th is also sponsoring Curtain Up this year. And in his facility in the 12th will be a full cabaret show. The doors are open at 12, and that's going to start at 12:30. And Greg is also
We're
doing
talking
that show.
12:30 a.m.
Yes.
Okay,
Well, 'cause
so
we're-
we need to take a nap.
Well,
like in
we're
the
actually
afternoon,
kicking
right?
people off the street at 1 o'clock when it's supposed to end. But both of those functions now, I don't know if many of your listeners or viewers have heard of the RuPaul's Drag Race,
Yes.
but Miss Darian Lake is now going to come and MC the shows
Oh my goodness.
from RuPaul. She's from the
Wow.
area, but she's going to be coming and actually MCing both of those shows.
Wow.
Again, in addition to that, we're going to have 4 puppeteers. We're going to have aerial dancing, and she does in a big aerial, I keep saying a cage, but it's not a cage. And it's 20 by 20 by 25, or 25 by 25 by 20 feet high, and that'll be over that stage where you can see that. And then
Wait a minute, inside or is
Outside.
That,
Everything's
that's
out
the
on the
outside.
street.
That's still
Right.
the out. We're still on the outside part.
Right.
And this is all the free after party.
This is all free.
So even if you if you didn't come to the, well, let me just pull this right back. We're talking about Curtain Up, and that is on September
September 19th,
19th. And the outside party will begin at
10 o'clock.
before the shows.
No, it's 10 p.m. it starts.
Right, but are you doing anything before when people are gathering?
Me personally?
Anybody out on the streets? Because
A
I've
lot of
seen-
people stay out on the street. Shays
Yeah.
has a full bar out on the street
Right.
and stuff. So a lot of us do. And if I spot people that I know, I put them to work, because it's just because there's so much stuff going
Stuff
on
going-
to get it ready to go at 10.
Right.
And then some of the bands are ready to go to at 10, and some people aren't ready. So for a little while, it is
I've
a little
seen
bit of
some
a farce.
little musical things, not bands, but maybe maybe they just go down.
Well, the
They
one
play
that usually starts and keeps low is Leron Zydeco that B gets at the Bijou.
Okay.
And usually he's the one
yes.
starting. The other ones
That's
I have to keep
right,
silent because they're
yes.
so loud, it will affect the Irish Classical
Right,
and the
right,
alleyway,
right,
because the
right.
alleyway actually operates 2 theaters within that building.
Wow.
Because BUA used to be on Chippewa,
Right.
and now they're in the front part of
Right.
the alleyway. So.
And so then when everybody goes inside, it's the black tie dinner, and you can, or you don't have to, but you can come in the Great the costumes.
Yeah, DC Theatrics is offering a 25% discount on anybody who wants to come in their period costumes.
I think that would be fun.
DC Theatrics costumes theaters all over the world.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So
And
they
they-
would have some really, that could be
They
fun.
have wonderful costumes.
I might surprise you this year.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you get to dress
Well,
up
my
besides-
tuxedo's being made for the event,
Oh, really? Well, I would imagine so.
so it should be nice.
And then after the dinner and after theater, then the party outside starts at 10 o'clock at night. It's open to everyone. This is Main Street. And we're all praying for good weather. We will not accept
knock on
anything
wood, there's none
else.
here, but-
There's no wood. Is there, maybe the wood?
Or you
there's
know,
down underneath
some
the table.
some people believe hang a rosary on your bush.
You know something? I heard that really works.
Yes?
So everybody hang a rosary outside their house on a
It
bush.
does. It really does
I
work.
know, I've heard that, and start praying for good weather, because I remember a couple of times, and it doesn't stop people, when weather was a little challenging and we were all still down there.
Well, here's our challenging weather issue. If it becomes inclement and it's rainy, each band, minus the food trucks, but each band is playing inside their rain location.
Oh,
So this
good.
band would move into this building.
Right.
I want to say it's where the partnership is.
Right.
And then this runway show would move in actually into the Smith Theater
Oh,
to finish
okay.
their show over there.
Yep.
Then you have the intermission lounge at Shea, so that would
Perfect.
accommodate that. And then all the people who are vendors, I will move into the Market Arcade building, because they already have wonderful vendors in there now. And
Exactly.
people selling clothing and baked goods. I mean, Missouri's Bakery, I think, is in there, where Shakespeare's offices are.
Right, right.
And then fill that up. I want to fill it up before then, but those are the rain locations, so people can take their drinks or whatever and just go from spot to spot,
Spot
if
to
it's
spot.
bad weather.
Right, right.
But, you know,
Because nothing stops us from having a good time.
no, this is Buffalo.
Yeah. We're used
If we
to
can
it.
have fun in a blizzard, we can have fun in the rain.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then after that, you said by 1 o'clock, when everything is supposed to shut down, and we are talking 1 a.m., so make sure that you take a nap that day. I'm speaking to myself on that one. I know you won't. You'll be running around like a crazy man. With
Well,
all
I
the pills.
kind of pass out somewhere around 3.
Oh, do you?
But
That's good.
Well, because the Comfort
a
Suites
little rest.
is offering
Oh.
a special room rate for people who are attending Curtain Up dinner. So, I mean, that also makes it nice. You don't have
Yeah.
to drive, you know?
Yeah.
But that cabaret show
Yes.
is what starts at 12:30. So hopefully we'll be corralling some of the
Corralling
people.
people
Because
in
there
for
was
that.
one year, 2010, when the artists and stuff were on the street. We had a lot of restaurants and food vendors and stuff. We had about 4,500 people on that street.
Wow.
And it's a challenge with the
Wow.
train still running. Now you have everybody trying to acclimate to a new traffic pattern on a street that most people have just been crossing and walking across at will for how
Okay,
long?
wait a minute. They're not going to allow traffic, though, on
No.
that night.
We're not sure the traffic will even be running on the street
Oh,
by
by
Curtain Up,
then. Okay, good.
But I have done the necessary arrangements, so it will be closed for that event either way.
Either way, that's
You know, because
very
everything
smart.
will start from Tupper, because there's a show at 710,
Right.
the old Studio Arena.
Right.
There's a show at the Smith Theater, at the alleyway, both front and back for BOA and alleyway, and then across the street. So there'll be actual movement on the street. I'm just going to kind of corral it a little bit with the food trucks and try to keep
good.
everybody centrally moving.
And you know, I was thinking about the artists that you were talking about coming down, and I'm thinking about when I do the gallery crawl on First Fridays, how amazing it is when I see some of the old paintings, the old prints, or even if you get so lucky to see some originals of the area. A lot of our artists have photographs, or
Oh,
they've
yeah.
done paintings or pen and ink, different things like that. That would be wonderful to see them highlight that and bring lots of, because that's
Yeah, I have a collection of people that are coming with pottery. I have some that are doing things that are shirt, stationery. You know, I've picked a few that people should have an interest in, instead of, you know, how many people are going to drag, you know, paintings and stuff out that are framed, try to, you know, hang them from
Right.
stuff. And if it's bad weather, they're not going to be able to show it all.
Right.
So, I mean, some of the stuff you really had to watch.
right, right. But this is so exciting. So we're winding down to the last few minutes of our program. It just flies by. It seems like we just got started.
Yeah, I could talk about this forever.
I know, I know. So think about what haven't you shared yet. You want to make sure that people know so that everybody comes out and joins us in having an amazing time for Curtain Up.
If you need any questions answered, anything at all, you can call me on my cell phone number, which I use for the event, which is 697-3179, or you can go to the Theater District Association's website, which is tdaofwny.com.
And this is a good place to put in because a lot of people think that this is a Shays event. It actually is not a Shays event.
No, it's sponsored by the Theater District Association.
And the Theater District Association is for, tell people a little bit about that real
It
quick.
is the association that takes care of the theater district and the surrounding areas of businesses, promotes their Theater District Association, and in particular Neil Radis, who is the president now, put up the big signs. I don't know if you've been downtown to see the beautiful Buffalo Theater, where it lists all of the vendors,
No, I
all of the
haven't seen
restaurants.
that yet.
They're posted at each end. And where the subway comes above ground in front of 710 Main Street is now the Plaza of Stars of all the people who are present, both living and dead, of their stars on, like on Hollywood.
I was just
from
saying with
Chippewa.
that.
It's beautiful, and there's a big, huge sign that says Buffalo's Theater District. I mean, it really is a nice addition to that street.
Buffalo really is coming alive,
It
isn't
is.
it? It is just amazing. We've sure waited a long time. And I have to say, is now that we're getting right at the end of the show, is what you had said at the beginning. There was a time there too where I just thought, we are just never, I
We're
don't
just
know
spinning
what
our
in
wheels.
the world is going on, but why is it like this? And now we are coming alive. We are bursting
It's
at the
just
seams.
one good thing after another,
after
great
another,
after
after
event,
another.
and one event after the other. I mean, it's just so much to do in this city all of a
It
sudden.
is.
It's fun.
It is. It is. Well, I thank you so much.
Thank you for having
coming
me.
and talking about Curtain Up and sharing with our viewers about all the theater district and all the different theaters. And we've only mentioned a few. There's so many more. And
17 of them.
17 of them, wow. And you can get involved with them. You can volunteer. You don't have to worry about having someone to go out with. You just get on that schedule yourself out, have a good time, learn a little something, and enjoy, because enjoying is part of having good health. So thank you again, and thank you for watching, and keep those emails coming in because I love to hear from you. And if you think you might be a good guest for the program or know someone, please drop me a line about that too. And don't go away too quick because we want to hear from the rest of our sponsors. And remember, until I see you again next time, your health matters. Your Health Matters Minute with Marie Sinatra from Sinatra Solutions. Think about what you're thinking about right now. Stop and notice your thoughts, because your thoughts become words, your words become actions, your actions become habits, and you might be stuck in a rut. But the good news is you can change it. How? By stopping and noticing what you're thinking. Stay tuned for more golden nuggets to learn how to take that thinking and switch it around so you can create success everywhere you go.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Will from Mr. Frank's, and I'm a proud sponsor of Health Matters, and I am very motivated and inspired by all of the information that the show offers.
Thank you, Matthew Sauer from Mattress and More, who helps to keep this program on the air. We appreciate your sponsorship, and we also appreciate you educating us on the importance of what we're sleeping on for 8 hours a night. Your health matters, so stay tuned, keep watching, and email us to let us know how much you appreciate all this great info.